YouTube friends. My name is Constance and this is Cruelty Free Musings. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the finale for the New Decade Project Pan. Woo! So the New Decade Project Pan, the goal was to take 10 items in your collection that hadn't been used at all at the start of the year, and then use them up, hit pan, whatever your goal is. My goal is not that ambitious for most of these items because they were brand new. And I'm a bit of a new panner, so I was not that ambitious, especially with the eyeshadow palette and the blush that I had in here. So this was started by Rebecca of Panning and Stuff, and I found out about it from Rachel Stephanie, who is someone that I really enjoy her panning videos, so I decided to join because of Rachel Stephanie. So let's check in. It's the end of the year. Let's see how I did on my 10 items that were brand new at the start of this year. Let's start with this blush. So this is the Becca Mineral Blush. This is in the shade Wild Honey. And you will see that there is no pan in here. Yes, that I'm just not good at panning blush. Blush is really hard for me, mostly because I'm very pale. It got easier with the purple hair. I've had purple hair for like 5 months, so with my hair a lot darker, I can tolerate more blush. And the brown blush also looks really nice with my purple hair, but I'll just give you a close-up. You can see there is a bit of a dip in the center, but definitely no pan. I feel like I made more progress on my blush this year than I did on my blush last year in the Team Project pan, but still, I did not do great on my blush this year. Definitely didn't hit pan, but hey, I used it. I used it a lot. And I do actually have a tally of all the times that I used my items. You can kind of see. Okay. This blush 20 times since my last update. I don't remember if I posted the last update that I recorded for this project. If I did, then this number is accurate. But yeah, since the last time I recorded at the very least, I have used this blush 20 times. Some success. You saw it. You saw the dip. Who knows, maybe I'll put it into a pan sometime soon to really try and hit pan on it. Speaking of things that do not have pan, this is my Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette. This was brand new, and this was the inspiration for even doing this project. Usually I swatch it or try it on. I got lip glosses for Christmaka, and I've already worn 2 of them, and I'm recording the weekend of the weekend after our celebration. So but this one I bought in October, and I still hadn't used it. I bought this in October of 2019, and I still hadn't used it at all in December of 2019. And I was like, this is shameful. Let's try to make this look used. Obviously, I did not hit any kind of pan in here. Let's give you some close-ups. You can see some wear on the shimmers, in particular this this champagne shimmer, this neutral sable, this copper. I am wearing it today, so let me mentally add one to my tally. 5, 10, 15, 20. So 26 times since my last recorded update I have used this palette. And I like it. I would never, like, I use this blue very rarely. I'm not a blue person. This comes up a lot. Not a blue eyeshadow person. Sometimes I'll like this Zuri, this champagne, will lessen the intensity of any of these shimmers or darker colors. You know, it makes it a lot more versatile than it looks, especially for someone as pale as I am. So I have actually worn it like all over the lid and then brightened with Zuri, which, but I've only worn this blue probably a handful of times. I get the most use out of these like mid-tone shimmers, and of course Zuri, and I get a decent amount of use out of the mattes. They're a little bit dark for me to just throw in the crease the way that someone who's more like a light to medium skin tone would be able to. Obviously, I'm very fair. Right now, it's the middle of winter, and I wear sunscreen year round also. So I get less use out of these mattes than I might if I were a slightly darker skin tone, in particular, since these two are very warm toned against my very cool skin tone. But yeah, I get a lot of use out of these shimmers, and I like it a lot. And in particular, I find that doing the layering thing with this dark blue Egypt and Zuri, the champagne, makes a very nice light sagey green. So I've gotten a lot of use out of this palette, and I'm very glad that I've just been kind of focusing on it for an entire year. That was my mascara, which is still on my desk. Next, we will do all of the items that I have lines for. So we will start with my eyeliner that I threw in. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. These eye pencils are great. They're pretty much the only eye pencils that stay in my waterline, and they come in a great array of colors. Yeah, so they stay in my waterline. They're a great variety of colors, and they don't irritate my eyes, which I have sensitive eyes, so that's quite the thing sometimes. Alright, so let's see if we can get it to focus on that mark. Alright, so you can see that here is where we started. Obviously that's when it was brand new, and then here's where we are at this update. May and I intended to do this monthly at the beginning. We didn't even do it every other month. But I fell off the wagon hard towards the end of the year. But yeah, I used about an inch of this, and I figured out some useful ways of using eyeliner through that process. It's been pretty good. This is pretty much just dark eyeliner. It doesn't show up as green, and again, this is like hazards of being very pale. Dark colors tend to register as black against my skin. So for example, I'm wearing a purple sweater, and it's kind of reading on camera as just black. And that's just high contrast for you. So, yeah, I've yet to find a green eyeliner that really looks green in my waterline, but that's still a good dark eyeliner for when I like, for when I want to use eyeliner. Now, the next two items I counted separately, but they're the same brand and from the same set. Let me show you them first. These are the ABH matte lipstick formula. This is from a set of minis. I have Orange Blossom and Coconut. So, Orange Blossom, I'm not going to bother holding up to the paper and showing you the mark. I basically haven't made progress since the last time I recorded, and I made negative progress since the time before that. So I must have mismeasured that time. But on this one, this is Coconut, I have made a lot of progress. So I'll just hold these up and demonstrate for you. So these were obviously brand new when I pulled them in, and you can see that Coconut is a little nubbin. It's not like flat to the plastic or anything, but I have made a lot of progress. And let me show you the line on the paper. So you can see Orange Blossom, not a lot of progress, but there's been pretty steady progress on Coconut. Now let me flip back to my tally and tell you about how many times I've used it. So the last update that I recorded, I sharpened once. This time I used it 6-ish times. I might have forgotten to mark it a couple of times, but probably 6 is pretty accurate. I don't use eyeliner that much. I tend to do lashings of mascara instead of eyeliner. I have recently discovered a way of using eyeliner that I really like, which gives my eye a nice defined shape after I've put on concealer without needing to put on mascara, which I enjoy sometimes. The mascara that I have right now is very difficult to remove sometimes. Alright, then Orange Blossom I have not used at all since the last update, so obviously no progress. But Coconut I have used 15 times. Now, I like the color but not the formula. The color is a cool toned kind of dark nude, but it's a great cream blush. So that's how I get the most use out of it. When I use Orange Blossom, that's how I use it as well. It's a little bit lighter and oranger. But Coconut, I genuinely like the color a lot, and I enjoy it both as a lipstick color and as a cream blush, but as a cream blush more. So when I use it, that's how I tend to use it. Applied to the lips, Coconut goes a little bit dark and gray on me, so I don't love it as much. But it is a pretty good, it's a pretty good lipstick color. Alright. Moving on to another item that I have used 0 times. This is Colourpop Glitterally Obsessed. This is in the shade Wish Me Luck. It's not focusing on it at all. Well, we'll give up. Alright, it just doesn't want to focus on it. I made a decent little dip in it, but like I'm not. I am a glitter person. I'm not an actual glitter, like glitter paste person. I've tried the glitters that the Colourpop pressed glitters. I don't like them. They stay on my face for damn ever. The same for this Glitterally Obsessed. If you put a bunch of it on, enough that it looks pretty and sparkly, then it stays on your face for damn ever. So, this is gonna go in the trash. This was not even something that I ordered. It was, a freebie that they included for not shipping out one of my orders for like an extra 2 days or something. Because I guess they try to ship things really fast, which is nice. Fast and cheap shipping. Fast, fast shipping, cheap stuff. I encourage you to buy a lot. Alright, next item, we have something that I have a lot of success on. This is my Persona gloss. This is in the shade pink, obviously. And, if it'll focus, you can see the demarcation line is right down there at the tape mark. And it is down so far that it is actually difficult for me to use. I have not used it up. But lip gloss, I would say, is one of the things that is easy for me to make a lot of progress on. It's easiest, one of the easiest categories for me to use up. So I'd say like my most successful categories in general are lip gloss and highlighters. Lip glosses I can use completely up. Highlighters I can hit pin on pretty easily. So that's just a random factoid about me. I am not necessarily super successful at lip products in general, but lip glosses I go through pretty quickly. And you can kind of see why if you look at my tally sheet. I use this 27-ish times, and a lot of those times, as I've mentioned in the past, this kind of just sits beside my work laptop, and if my lips get dry or I feel like the color's worn off and I just want a retouch, I'll throw on a lip gloss. Whatever lip gloss I have sitting by my computer. So that's one of the reasons that I go through them. My tally sheet says 27, it's probably more like 50. I reapply lip gloss most of the days that I wear it. It goes a long way. Alright, another item that I made a lot of progress on. I'm actually considering this done. This is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in Fair 04. And the reason that I'm considering this done is that I would have to pull out the stopper. And I learned the last time that I panned this No Filter Concealer that it dies immediately once you pull out the stopper. So that's obviously not great. And I also have another concealer that I like the color match. I have a couple of other concealers that I like the color match better. So, there are basically a lot of reasons why this is going in the trash right now. I'm considering this a success and calling it done. The first is I would have to pull out the stopper. The second is, hi kitty. He just needed to talk to me very briefly. Come in, meow, leave. I don't know reasons. The second is I have other concealers that I like the shade match as much or better now. The third reason is the quality goes downhill after 6 months. So the pigmentation will start to fade, and it'll start out being completely full coverage, covering my dark circles completely. 6 months later, the same amount of concealer no longer covers my dark circles, and I have to pair it with a corrector so that it'll actually cover. So all of that, said, it's going in my empties, and it's even been replaced over the course of this year, even though this is my second of the reformulated no filter concealers, and I had the previous formulation of the no filter concealer as well, and liked it enough to repurchase the version. All right, last item that I actually have here. This is the Kenra Boosting Spray number 17. This is a root boost spray. I don't like it. It's, it's fine. It does not do what it says on the tin. It does not give me volume at the base of my hair, which is what I need. My hair goes flat very easily. As you can see, my hair right now is flat. I blow dried it with this at the roots this morning. But that aside, I did use this a lot this year, and I'm happy to consider this a success. I weighed it before sitting down to record. It weighs 73 grams, and I calculated the packaging earlier this year to total 58 grams. Obviously, there's still like about 20 grams in here. But if you can hear that, there's not a lot. And when I spray, not a lot comes out anymore. So, for all intents and purposes, this is done. Very exciting. Using up a hair product that like never happens for me. I blow dry my hair once a week, especially now that my hair is purple. I just don't wash it but once a week because I want to preserve the color. Alright, and then my last item was a mascara. So obviously that's not going to last for an entire year. Like I said at the introduction, it's kind of a gimme. It is a long-lasting mascara. I had it new, purchased in a sale or something, because it's a good, reliable, long-lasting mascara for me. I have another one actually. This is a different one, but it was this kind of mascara, the It Cosmetics Superhero. It lasts 3 to 4 months, which is not bad for a $24 mascara that averages out to $8 a month. And yes, it's more expensive than drugstore mascaras, but it averages out to be less expensive because a typical drugstore mascara will last me 3 or 4 weeks, and Superhero will last me between 3 and 4 months. So if a drugstore mascara lasts 4 weeks and is $10, then the Superhero mascara at $24 over 3 months is still less expensive because that's $8. So I continue to repurchase this. I try other mascaras because there are things that I don't love about the Superhero, particularly this batch that I have currently. is it's very difficult to remove. I have to really focus with my oil cleanser on my eyes to break down the mascara, and then I have to use like a heavy duty cleanser that really that will really remove makeup. I can't just use a basic cleanser because the oil cleanser will leave traces of the mascara behind. So it being such a process to remove is not my favorite, but it is part of the thing that gives it the tenacity to like not flake off my lashes in the first month. So, I mean, there's some give and take, is what I'm saying. So, to summarize, this is the finale. How did I do? I finished off 3 items. One I knew I was going to finish off at the start of the year, the Superhero Mascara. One I was pretty sure I was going to finish off, this No Filter Concealer. One I was like, well, it's ambitious, but by about halfway through the year I was pretty confident that I could. Another one I was like, well, I mean, lip products, I'm panning a lot of lip products, but I have a lot of success with lip glosses. And sure enough, I made a ton of progress on this, and I do have to, like, one dip will do one side of my mouth, and then I have to flip it over to do the other side. So there is noticeably less than, like, it's noticeably more difficult to apply at this point. I've used a lot of it. Probably pulling out the stopper is new. A couple of things I was just like, I want to try, or I want to try to use more to incorporate into my routine. One I was like, well, I guess it's a thing to pan blush, even though I've never hit pan on a blush. Still never hit pan on a blush. I will someday. I've been, this is my second year doing a year-long project pan, and in both of them I've had a blush, and in neither of them have I actually hit pan. We'll see. Someday I'll hit pan on a blush. And then there's like the lipsticks where I just kind of wanted to get acquainted with the formula, see if I like them, try to use them more, because obviously, you know, they're brand new. So they were all of these items were brand new at the start of the year, maybe like swatched once. So, you know, I did a good job with this project. I used up more things than I thought I would, and I got to know some other things. In particular, I got to know this formula really well, the Anastasia matte lipstick, and I can definitely say, would not recommend. Don't really like it. Like some of the colors, but it would have to be a really special color for me to want to keep an Anastasia lipstick rather than try to dupe it in some other formula. So I would say I've learned a lot, and with that, I hope you enjoyed or learned something, or both. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you feel like. And goodbye for now.